Please be warned, this video has graphic content. The war in Bosnia was a devastating conflict that claimed the lives of thousands of innocent civilians and left a deep scar on the heart of those who survived. It was a time when families were torn apart, homes were destroyed, and children were left without a future. The sounds of bombs exploding and gunfire echoed through the streets, leaving people in consistent fear of their safety. The city of Sarajevo was under siege for nearly 4 years, with civilians being targeted by snipers and subject to daily shelling. It is estimated that over 100,000 people were killed during the conflict and countless others were injured or displaced from their homes. This is my second video in Bosnia, where I go to Sarajevo and to more of Mostar and see what it's like now on the ground. Bodies are being found daily in and around the city, and almost every single building has bullet holes in its walls. My trip started in Sarajevo, where I went to the Bosnia War Museum. It's dedicated to preserving the memory of the conflict that took place. These museums serve as a powerful reminder of the human toll of war. I definitely recommend going to this museum. In this image here, you can see the tanks and artillery surrounding the city. After I visited the War Museum, I went to where they held the Olympic Games in 1984. Most of this is now destroyed due to the war. This is what I'm going to be taking down. Definitely one of the coolest abandoned places I have ever been in my life so far, to be honest with you. There's just been nowhere like it at all on this scale, this open and this quiet as well. I mean, I've only seen a few people and I'm just going to walk the track now. Being absolutely taken over by nature. Maybe a few more years and they might need to trim this back. Right here where I'm standing is one of the places they began to take them off, along with just next to me here. So that's one of the starting points there, which goes down, and also this one here, which seems a lot steeper, which goes down. I kind of came to this country just to almost get it off my bucket list and see what it has to offer. I wasn't expecting a lot because I haven't done a lot of research, but this country is incredibly fun to explore and the history is really amazing when you understand it, and you can just see the history in the buildings and the town so much. You know, to think a lot of the older people in that town would have been affected by it just 20-30 years ago. From what I understand now is I'm actually walking backwards through the track, and you can imagine the speed that they go through here. It's all downhill, and then the last bit I was at earlier was uphill, which I guess slows them down. Met Cage here, he was also on the walking tour this morning, and we're just going to check out one of the archaeologist sites a bit higher up the mountain. I don't know if there's anything there, but I'd be annoyed if there's something good there and I would have missed it, so we're just going to check it out. They look like toilets here. It makes me think how many famous people would have walked through the doors I'm walking through right now. This would have been filled with cars, with millions of people watching from all around the world, and now it just lies derelict. Again, some more abandoned buildings really high up. These was built as a castle during the Austria-Hungary period when they controlled Bosnia. But then they changed it, the government changed it into observatories where they had a more useful use rather than just to watch over the city. This place just keeps on amazing me, it really does. Then take a trip to Mostar, my second destination. I have just arrived in Mostar, which is another one of the big destinations in Bosnia. It's such a nice drive coming up here. So I've just checked into the hostel, and one of the ladies, she was actually a refugee during the war, and she relocated to London for 4 years before coming back, and she was telling me how there's a big funeral tomorrow for 50 bodies they found recently, and it just shows how close this war was. You know, it wasn't that long ago at all, and she was telling me that this is all in her lifetime, and there was about 7,000 people, and they were running from the town to try and get into the United Nations protection area, but they couldn't make it, and they were all shot and killed, and they were all thrown into mass graves. And one of these ladies who's still alive today, she lost her husband and 6 children and still hasn't found any of those bodies. Although it had a horrendous history, it's one of the most beautiful countries I've been to. The water was so clear. Currently at the old bridge, which was the first bridge, which was the last bridge to be built, and there's lots of people jumping off it. They take donations, and then after they've received a certain amount of donations they're happy with, they jump off, they do a trick into the water, and it's about 25 meters deep, so 25 meters high, so it's a long way down. Mostar is the 5th largest city and known for its rich cultural heritage and stunning natural beauty. It has a rich history dating back to the 15th century, when it was an important centre for trade and commerce. The city was also part of the Ottoman Empire for over 400 years. The Old Bridge is one of the most recognisable landmarks in Mostar and a symbol of the city's cultural heritage. It was built in the 16th century and destroyed during the Bosnia War in 1993, but since then it has been rebuilt. Obviously, with the war and things like that, it's been quite depressing, I guess, so far, the vlogs. So that's why today I went and I did the walk and the bridge and things like that, just to show you this is a great place. I mean, the food is wonderful. Had a really good pasta meal today. It's very cheap as well. So, but yeah. Yes. So today I'm planning to hike up to the cross. You can just see on your screen now. It's about an hour and a half walk. It's pretty hot, it's 30 degrees, but I think it'll be fine. I got plenty of water and food. See a lot of landmines. There's actually a lot of landmines around from the war still. So it's important to stick to the paths because you don't obviously want to encounter any of those. Walking down now, and we found a shortcut, I think. So it's about 20 minutes to the town, so we're going to try that shortcut. Might be a bit more rocky, but yeah, I think we go down there, something like that. But we're following a path, so it should be fairly in good condition.
But I hope one day this building will be.
Actually, we're undercover policemen and you're all under arrest for trespassing.
It's gross.